Hello and welcome to HW News. We all know that 14th Dalai Lama, the foremost spiritual leaders of Tibetan Buddhist, stays as a refugee in India. Many Tibetans had to take refuge in India after the Chinese expansionist rulers captured Tibet. These refugees have been living in India for years now, and the Dalai Lama runs the government in exile from the Indian soil. But is his life in danger now? On August 11th, Indian tax authorities raided the offices of several Chinese entities and their associates across the new capital region in Delhi and unearthed a huge Hawala scam. Apparently, the scam was being carried out by a Chinese spy who was trained to run the financials by the Chinese side. The money laundering scam goes into crores of the amount. As per the CBDT, more than 40 bank accounts were created in various dummy entities by the Chinese national of more than 1000 crore rupees over the period. A subsidiary of a Chinese company and its related concerns have taken over rupees 100 crore bogus advances from these shell companies for opening businesses of retail showrooms in India. Incriminating documents in respect of Hawala transactions and laundering of money with the active involvement of bank employees and chartered accountants was also found in the search action. The tax department also found evidence of foreign Hawala transactions involving Hong Kong and US dollars. The man at the center of this Chinese Hawala scam controversy is Charlie Peng. But the authorities believe that this is not his real name. His real name, they say, is Lau Sang. He was apparently born in Tibet's Lhasa province, and in Nanjing he did his schooling. In his teens, he moved to Nepal, where he stayed in Gelug Monastery near Kathmandu for 5 years. There he started his herbs business and earned good money. Then some people suggested that he should go to India and earn more money. So he came to India from Nepal, but officials say that he entered Indian territory illegally. In Delhi, he stayed at Punjabi Basti in Manjuka Tila. Now, this is an area where mostly Tibetan refugees live. Now, Lau Sang started doing business in clothes and shoes, which he used to order through the online portal Alibaba. Now, you know this Alibaba portal is owned by Chinese businessmen. Since he knew Chinese, he was able to converse with Chinese exporters and earn their faith. He also went to Bangalore for a brief period to set up his business. He then returned to Delhi and opened a company in the name Sunhara Bird India Private Limited, from where he was running a money exchange business according to officials. Now, Lau Sang then obtained an Indian passport through a tout in Manipur and also married a local girl. He also got 2 fake Aadhaar cards, 2 fake passports and a PAN card. During the IT raids, officials found that Lau Sang had joined the board of at least 5 companies in Delhi NCR, and he also controlled most of them as a majority stakeholders. He also had more than 40 bank accounts. In February 2018, he became a promoter with Finn & Black Rock India Private Limited, which is an investment firm. It is classified as a non-government firm and it is registered with Registrar of Companies in Delhi. Its authorized share capital is rupees 10 crores and paid-up capital is rupees 1 lakh. A year later, he joined boards of 3 more companies, including Inwin Logistics India Private Limited, OTA New Delhi Private Limited and Clean Harbours Private Limited. All of them were non-government organizations. But why would he run Hawala operations from India, and what was his purpose of spying? Well, the reason is connected with the 14th Dalai Lama. As per the reports, Indian intelligence agencies have found that Lau Sang was bribing Tibetan monks in Delhi and in Karnataka. Close to 100 monks were reportedly paid lakhs of rupees in cash and bank transfers in the last 2 years. The monks in Sirame Monastery in Mysore and Drepal Losling Monastery in Mundgod, a town in Uttar Kannada district, have been questioned by agencies about the source of funds that they received. Lau Sang's associates allegedly confessed to the IT department that they used to hand over cash packets to monks in Manjuka Tila area. Chinese app WeChat, which has now been banned in India, was also used to connect with the monks, and the platform was also sometimes used to transfer the money. The officials believe that Sang wanted to bribe Tibetan monks to buy their future support for a Chinese candidate to succeed Dalai Lama. But there could be more to the story. It is widely believed that the Chinese Communist Party has a hidden support to the Dorje Shugden movement. Now, Shugdens are a sect of Tibetan Buddhism and they worship Dorje Shugden, who is a deity revered as a protector. Dalai Lama discourages this practice and the Shugdens worshippers accuse him of persecuting them for their belief. So this could be an attempt to bribe monks, and there could be one more step to reduce the influence of Dalai Lama over Tibetans. While the ED has registered a case against him for money laundering and the agencies are probing his associates, one must ask how exactly was he able to operate for years without being caught. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.